I'm hoping I'm in frame here. Tonight we're setting up now to put our main beam up along the roof. So I just wanted to show this. What I did to set this was tie a rope on the end, bring it down to this end, pull it really tight, and then you take your level and you set it along your rope. It's really touchy. You don't want to, set your level down and have the rope sag, so it is difficult to use this and set it. But using my level, I kind of found where it looked like it was most level. And then I came back and I wrapped the thing with electrical tape here. And so everywhere that I have wrapped, that's now my gauge to cut this off as straight as I can. And I would have liked to do this with the chainsaw, but I don't think I can stand up here and safely cut at that. And so I'm going to try just this little handsaw for now and see if I can get through the first post. This may take a minute, and I've got to do this as flat and accurately as I can. So this type of saw is just a little carpenter's saw, and it's harder to go through logs than with the bow saw, but it does seem to do a little bit better cut because the teeth are finer on it. And the bow saw, because of the way these blades are set up, there tends to be a little bit of flex in that, and I find sometimes that can cause your cut to go a little bit sideways. So I think I'm better off using this type of saw for this one. Okay, and there it is. And yeah, that turned out pretty flat, and the tape definitely helped guide that cut. So now I've got to take my rope down on the other ones and make the same cut, and then we'll get our roof beam up here soon and hope that it makes contact on all these different posts. Okay, so now that I've cut my first two posts off at the top, I switched my rope up. Switched my rope to come right over top of these posts now from the end and over this way. And now again, I can make sure that my rope is contacting at the top of both of these and where I'm about to cut the next one over here. So far so good. My cuts look pretty level and straight with one another. And this is lining up where the tape was over here. Going to take a minute. I got a pretty big diameter post here to go through. I'm really taking my time to try to make sure these are straight cuts. Okay, so I've got all four of my posts cut off now. That was by far the most stressful part of this job, was cutting these. Yeah, you don't want to mess that up after you go through. You go through all the time of cutting these trees and skinning them and bringing them here and drilling them and putting my my threaded rod through and stuff to secure them. To go and cut one off, an inch short or something would be really terrible. So I took my time with it though, and I think I'm past that part of this project, which is awesome. And now what we're going to do is make a bracket at the top of each of these, and this should be easy enough. I just want to give myself maybe 4 inches. So I'll mark that at 4 inches. Main beam is going to be hoisted up and sit right on top of these running across here. And just to steady that down in place, initially we're going to put a little bracket on either side. So, and I don't want this to stick up too high because I don't want it to be really wider than the diameter of my log, because it could get in the way of other things here as the roof progresses. So there's that. The flies are just terrible in here tonight. Okay. Master of rough carpentry. I'm getting pretty good at these projects. But this should be good. I left myself a good 12 inches here to secure it to the log. And 4 inches up here for the log to sit in. Oh, it's a weird angle. After this one's done, I just got to cut a few more pieces of strapping, and I'm going to make the same bracket on top of each post. And then after that, we're going to try to get our main beam up and situated in place. So one more nail to go here.